It's been about 1 year since I played Black Ops 6 for the first time. So today, I want to retrospectively look back at the game to determine if it's the worst Call of Duty of all time, and if I was completely wrong about this game. Let's dive in. Okay, so I'm gonna break this down into like 4 or 5 components in this video. We're gonna go over the campaign, the multiplayer, the zombies, the Warzone aspect, and then maybe the content side of things and the overall health of the game now, and also the future of Call of Duty, which kind of ties into Battlefield 6. So make sure you stick till the end, because there's some leaks that just came out that we need to talk about that tie in with this game. So we'll get right into it with the campaign, like I said. And let me just start off with this. I have absolutely no idea what's going on with this campaign. I know that there is like Pantheon and all sorts of stuff, and they're trying to like do some sort of undercover thing. I'm lost. Okay, we're on Black Ops 6. I gotta be honest with you. In my opinion, I don't even know if this game needed to be called Black Ops 6. I've said that in a previous video. I think it's time to ditch the name. Now, obviously, there's Black Ops 7 already, but that's okay. We'll talk about that later, like I said. But I think this whole entire campaign was kind of like a rug pull a little bit. I know in my case, I absolutely loved the Cold War campaign. Adler became one of my favorite characters in the entire universe. And on top of that, Woods, of course, is one of my favorite characters in the universe. So I see Woods and both Adler in the trailer and kind of seem like they have this massive role in the campaign. And when you actually play the campaign, they're pretty much side characters. It kind of reminds me of like the Incredible Hulk in the Avengers movies now, like the newer ones. It's like this is this massive character, and he's like this dude. He's almost like a comedic relief guy now. He's making some sort of witty joke in the side. No. This is Woods we're talking about. This is Adler. And that just really disappointed me from an aspect of, I still like to play campaigns. I'm a campaign guy, and I was just really disappointed. Now, on top of this, they really dove into the open world in this campaign. And I don't know if I like that. And again, this video is a year later. You know, when you're playing the game at the time, you're in it and you're feeling good and you're like, this is the greatest thing ever. It's the honeymoon phase. We all know it. And at the time I was playing it and I was semi enjoying it, but I remember when I played it back day one, when I got done, I think I gave it a 6 out of 10. I am definitely a more linear type of guy when it comes to Call of Duty campaigns. You follow the line and you do what they do, and the story kind of tells itself. The Black Ops 1 and 2, like Black Ops 2 had a little bit of things you could do differently, but it was still linear. You know what I mean? So there was the one mission, I don't even know what the mission's called, but it's where you're trying to find like the 4 bases and you're driving around this big army truck. That may have been one of the worst missions I've ever played in my entire life. And I'm not trying to be mean at all. I didn't enjoy it. Now, the zombies one, I will say, I didn't hate that. I actually enjoyed it. I just don't know how that really tied in with the campaign. I know there's probably somebody, Ink Slasher's probably going to come in here or watch this video and go, T, you should have said that this zombies was based around this. I don't know. Okay, it's too complicated for me, man. I just think that they were doing a little bit too much, and it really wasn't. It didn't really go anywhere, in my opinion. I feel like my campaign rating back then, a 6 out of 10, probably stands to be about the same. Maybe drops 1 level. I'm trying to think of a memorable mission besides the zombie one, and nothing is coming to mind. So that's usually not a good sign in terms of campaign, when even in like World War II, which is not the most loved Call of Duty, I can name 5 missions off the top of my head right now. So I think campaign, I'm okay with what I said back in the day, because I think it was very similar to how I am now. It may have dropped down just a little bit. All right, so now we're into probably, if you're watching my channel, what you really care about, and that's the multiplayer side of things. And again, I don't have a lot of notes. I've been really enjoying just like free balling what's in my head, and then obviously the comments Sometimes you guys remind me things of I forgot, and that's what I think that's cool. I love it. So multiplayer, back when I played it at COD Next in that first beta weekend, I absolutely loved it. The new movement mechanic I loved, because this was coming after the years of like we played MW2 where they just stripped every mechanic away from us, and then MW3 they brought it back, but it still had a little hitch in the giddy up. And then Black Ops 6 just felt so smooth in terms of movement, and I was just kind of blown away, diving backwards for the first time and spinning around, and oh man, that's exciting. That's exciting, especially because again, they removed it from us and now they brought it back and it felt smooth. But the one thing that I think I might have said in the beginning was the maps. Now, I said that the maps, I didn't mind them in the beginning after my review. And this is something that I think I have to kind of go back on a little bit, because over time, when you play these brain rot types of map, and I've said this before, this is not like a shot at the developers or anything. It just is what it is. That's the design that they tried to choose this game. The quick fix, fast, everything about the game is go, 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 go. And I think that kind of wears on people over time. It did with me. It became way too sweaty, way too quick. And then on top of that, it felt like there was no strategy involved when you were playing the multiplayer. It's spawn in, gun up, ready to go, sprint forward, probably in an engagement in 2 seconds. And that really that becomes not fun, in my opinion. There wasn't a lot of additional maps that were added to this game. Again, we go back to COD Next, and I don't know what's going to be in front of us in the next couple months. Y'all can't lie to me and tell me that you weren't hyped to play Black Ops 6. The marketing was on point, the truth lies, just the way that they were showing everything off, the way the movement looked. You were excited. Don't lie to me now. Don't lie to me now. So when I was in that, I'm like, yes, this is what we've been kind of looking for. And especially coming after the MW3 season where we got so much content, I was excited for what this game was going to become. It sounded like they were going to bring back Black Ops 2 maps, Black Ops 3 maps, Black Ops 4 maps, and they promised us aftermarket parts like they did in MW3. And you fast forward, and now it's August 13th, the day after my birthday. This is a quick birthday plug. I had to do it, guys, okay? Wish me happy birthday in the comments. There hasn't really been that much content. I mean, how many 6v6 maps did we get? Don't tell me about these 2v2 maps. That doesn't count. We had a Hacienda, we had Firing Range, we had WMD. I'm trying to think of the other maps. We had one that I really liked, and I can't even remember the name of it. That just shows you where I'm at mentally with this game right now. I think we thought we were going to just get a lot more stuff. And the aftermarket parts, content-wise, last year, people loved like unlocking the aftermarket part, changing that shotgun into a SMG or something crazy, and it gave you something to come back and grind for. And with this game, I said this in my previous video, it felt like once the camo grind ended, once people got dark matter, the game fell off a cliff. And that's just because there was nothing to grind for. They gave us nothing. The content that they brought back, I mean, even the content that they brought back when they brought back Verdansk, it was the Kilo, it was the Grau, it was the HDR. Technically, we really already used these guns. So it's not like there was anything new. Like, that's what I'm thinking in terms of content. There wasn't new content. It was bringing back a whole lot of stuff. Old maps, old guns, old everything. You know, I just think that wears. I think that wears on people. There was nothing to do camo grind wise. There was nothing new to experience. And then on top of it, everything, all the maps are just so small that you can't really sit back and chill. Now, this is going to take us to another bit of a realm here. The skill-based matchmaking argument here, I don't really want to talk about because I don't want to bring that up in this video. We've already brought it up on my Call of Duty Needs to Wake Up. This is more of a retrospect of BO6. So yes, skill-based matchmaking affected the game 100%. There's nothing but sweats left on the game. I get paired up with them every time I play. I can't win a free-for-all. Don't tell me I suck, because I just played the Battlefield 6 beta and I was positive every single game. Okay, so don't tell me I'm terrible. But anyway, we'll talk about Battlefield 6 and Call of Duty at the end of this video. That's I want to tie that in at the end. So let's go right along to skins, how they brought that stuff into. On top of us not really enjoying the multiplayer as much over time, we now have collabs in front of us that we just are shocked. I mean, when I see that American Dad meme, and we'll put it up on the screen for you, I just wonder, where in the world am I at mentally? Am I here on the right planet? Am I still playing Call of Duty? And I'm going to continue to say this. It is affecting their game more than they think it is. I think the amount of money that people are spending on skins, yes, it's probably a lot. But at the same time, the amount of people that are quitting your game and looking for something like a Battlefield, or I don't know, another game like that, Hell Let Loose, or something like a little bit more realistic. I think there's a lot of people doing that used to play COD on the regular. So I would tell them to consider cutting that back a little bit. And so again, when you're playing Looney Tune World, Fortnite, Call of Fortnite, the maps aren't good. The only thing really positive now when you think about it is the movement. The rating's going to go down. It has to be what it is. And on a topic that I was actually talking to my editor about before this, as I filmed this, what gun do you think will be the gun that people will be like, man, looking back on BO6, I miss that gun. Like, even going back to MW3, it's like the MCW. MW2 was like the Vaznev, even though I hated that game. Cold War was like the XM4, the Krig. I feel like in this game, there is not a gun that you'll be like itching to bring back. Like, wow, they brought back the Jackal PD. Oh, okay. I mean, sure. This is where, like the title says, I might have been wrong a little bit. I also want to defend myself a little bit, though, because I didn't know that this is the way it was gonna kind of pan out. I think the rating I gave for the multiplayer side of things might have been like an 8 out of 10 after I played it. And I think that's gonna have to go down a little bit. I think it's gonna hover around the campaign rating of like a 5 or 6. I think it has to go down just because of the post-launch support and how they kind of treated this game. All right, next up is the zombies. It felt like zombies was the thing that was getting criticized the most when you really think about it. People didn't like the way Liberty Falls looked. They thought it was kind of boring, and the overall feel of zombies kind of lacked an identity, maybe is kind of the term you could look for it. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that they kind of crushed this zombies out of the park. Now, you all know me. This channel has maybe 2 zombies videos on it. Quick question. If you would like to have me cover zombies, can you please let me know in the comments down below? There are some ideas I have for zombies, but I just don't know if you guys would actually want to watch them. But I do feel like a lot of people are still playing zombies, enjoying them. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a complete noob, so the POV is not going to be the best. But I think it would be kind of fun. So going back to that, I think they knocked it out of the park. I played almost every single zombies map at least a couple times just because I wanted to see how it was. As you know, I do the podcast with Chopper, Going Dark Podcast, link in the description. Go subscribe to it. And that man is a zombies fiend. I mean, he knows what he's talking about. Every single inch of every single map, he's got it down. And we did the Easter egg with the big octopus looking thing. And that was some of the most fun I've had in a Call of Duty in a long time. And it was zombies. It was against AI zombies. So I think that's a W for them because I like to play real people. I just do. And the fact that I had a blast during that, I thought that that was a great job by them. I actually think that this zombies will be looked upon 5 years later as like one of the best ever. So the maps I thought were fantastic. Storyline, I have no idea what's going on. So I know it had some big critique, how they brought back the old crew here at the end. Y'all have to tell me how that works because I don't know. I lost the BO2, or I lost the story in zombies during BO2. I'm gonna tip my cap to them for zombies. I played almost every map, loved it. Now the one thing that I want to say in the zombies for Black Ops 7, this would be my advice. Coming from a guy who doesn't play zombies, the fear, the intensity of the beginning of zombies. Back in BO1 and World at War, the grittiness and feel of this, where you had nothing but a pistol and $0 or 0 points, whatever it was back in the day. And you needed to make sure you could kill these zombies and then upgrade your points and upgrade and buy your weapons and take a hit at the mystery box, and then you might get a sniper out of it, and then you're screwed for an entire round. You got to survive. I miss that. So I think they need to bring back that classic style of zombies. I know they're thinking about doing it in BO6 at the time of recording this. Apparently it might come out of like a default basic pistol, but where's the fun in loading in and having like an XM4 right off the rip? There's no urgency. There's no scare. There's no tactics. There's no strategy. It's like, all right, well, now I guess we'll just save up for Juggernaut because I can shoot these zombies real quick. I would enjoy playing zombies more if it went back to that. I think if they do that in BO7, I will cover zombies way more. I don't even know what I rated it, because I might not even have rated it back then, because I'm like, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm not going to rate this. But I'm going to say it was probably like a 9 when I played it, maybe an 8.5. But this was a very good zombies overall, I think. Now we go to our category of Warzone, and some of you guys are probably going to fast forward this. And honestly, I don't blame you, because I got to be honest with you guys. I don't think Warzone is it anymore. The integration of Black Ops 6 Warzone was probably one of the worst I've ever seen in a game. And this is just going back to every point I've ever made in almost a lot of my videos. Warzone's got to be its own thing. It just has to be. It's ruining. It's just this cycle of people go play multiplayer to rank up their guns and camos, and then they go back to Warzone. So they don't really care about multiplayer. They don't care about the objective. They're just doing it as a rank up simulator to go back over. Now, I know there's a money thing with that. Probably we want to get people to buy the game. And if Warzone's free, you know, they're not going to buy the game and they're just going to have all this stuff for free. That's another discussion for another day. Make the game separate. Every time, every year since Modern Warfare 19 has happened, the integration has been one of the hardest things these developers have to do. And it always botches the game for like the first 3 months. And I feel bad for the devs. I feel bad for Treyarch and Raven, because at the end of the day, there's so many modes now. And I feel like Battle Royale itself is not technically dying, because I still enjoy playing it. But just the way this is being kind of like handled, I guess, right now, it just feels like we're looking for another upgrade when it comes to, you know, every Battle Royale brought like a new thing. You know, Fortnite brought the building, Apex brought like what, the reboot van, and then Warzone brought back like the buy station and the loadouts. And I think we're looking for like a Battlefield to come in and bring like destruction or something. There needs to be another element. I think just people are getting tired of the game mode itself. And it's kind of the same game mode, especially because we're playing Verdansk and Rebirth Island. We were doing that in 2020. I mean, I don't know who to blame it on, because I don't think it's the devs' fault. I think this just needs to be separated, make it its own thing. Go crazy with the skins over there, because guess what? Warzone, people don't care in Warzone. People care in multiplayer, I think, more than Warzone. Do your American Dad over there if you want. It would solve a lot of issues if it became its own thing. And I know they want to try to get everybody to play everything, but that's just not realistic. People want to play what they want to play. There's Warzone people, there's zombies people, there's multiplayer people. There's not a lot of crossover. They were trying to force it with the HQ, but I'm telling you, man, just have everything be its own thing, and that's okay. So Warzone right now, I'm probably, I mean, they've done a better job of the integration. So it finally fixed itself. So we're probably in like that 5 to 6 range. You know, it's just, it doesn't really do anything for me, but it's not awful. So I can't rate it a 2. So I'll give it like a 6. I mean, at least I guess they introduced casual, so you can play the game with your feet propped up every once in a while, you know? Now, I want to tie this into where we are currently with Call of Duty. There isn't a lot of hype for Black Ops 7. Let's just be straight up honest. And I think a lot of this has to do with how Black Ops 6 was managed. The game is not well liked anymore. It is definitely been one of those massive turns. People went from loving this game in the first 2 months to, I think a lot of people may say this is their least favorite Call of Duty of all time. So that doesn't help the Black Ops 7 marketing. It also doesn't help that Battlefield 6 just released a beta that blew the socks off of Call of Duty. And if you didn't know this, there was 500,000 people that played the Battlefield beta on Steam charts. The highest number, now my number's not going to be perfect on this, but the highest number Call of Duty reached on the Steam charts was the release of MW2, the new one, and it was like 450,000. So a Battlefield 6 beta beat the top Call of Duty performance in the last like 6 years. And I think this should really, really wake Call of Duty up. I know this really doesn't have anything to do with Black Ops 6 anymore, but I just think in terms of future, they need to take our opinions more seriously. And sometimes it takes competition coming in and giving the fans what they want for the other people to be like, okay, you know what? We should probably do something about it. We should probably listen to our community just a little bit more. And we're already seeing it. Now, if you didn't know, I did a short about this, but Black Ops 7 supposedly has no doors. So no doors like MW19 introduced. There could be some like electronic doors, but that's like very few and far between, almost like the BO4 doors in like frequency. The rumor is now that tac sprinting is gone and we're back to just like this. And you know what game had that? The Battlefield 6 beta. And I think there was one more rumor. I can't remember. I should know this. Oh, I'm sorry. Loopable streaks. I should have these notes written down, but I don't. Loopable streaks. Yes, the thing where if you get a streak and then you work towards something else and you're just absolutely mowing the enemy team down, you just keep getting rewarded, almost like it was back in classic Call of Duty. Going back to the point I wanted to make about Black Ops 6, I don't think Treyarch wanted to make this game. I think that this was a shoe-in game, and Black Ops 7 is the game that they actually wanted to make. And I know people are going to be ripping me in the comments. They're going to go, T is an Activision shill. And you know what? At this point, I feel like you're a shill. If you say you like Call of Duty nowadays, you're an Activision shill. So, hey guys, I'm a shill. I'm going to own it, man. They wanted to make Black Ops 7. They've always wanted to make this futuristic title that went around with Black Ops 2. It was trademarked back in Black Ops, or in 2023 with the Guild and all this sorts of stuff. Now, there's no evidence really to back me up besides the fact that I saw the way Black Ops 6 was managed, and I feel like Black Ops 7 already had, like, I feel like they went and worked on Black Ops 7 2 months after Black Ops 6 launched. That's why I feel like Black Ops 6 just never made it to its full potential. Because they're like, you know what? We got to make a banger. We know Battlefield 6 is coming out. You know, these people know these games are coming out. We got GTA coming out. We got to put out a banger. Now, the problem is we're on number 7. And I think we just need to cut Black Ops 7 from the titles after this. But if this game is going to be great, they got to listen to the community. They got to do what Battlefield 6 is doing. They got to be talking with the community. The community managers of Battlefield 6 are talking to me almost every day. And they're asking me my opinions on the game, the UI. I would love to be have the Call of Duty people DM me and be like, hey, man, what do you think about this? And I'll give my honest opinion. So please listen to the community with this next game. And you know what, Treyarch, I love you guys. You're probably my favorite developer. You always have been. So I want you guys to succeed. I really, really do. And especially the way you're kind of getting crapped on right now with Black Ops 6. I really hope that BO7, we can turn the tide, bring it back, bring the love of the franchise back. And you know what? If at the end of the year of Black Ops 7, I'm making the same video and saying like, you fooled me once, fooled me twice, it's on me. I'm the idiot at that point. So to summarize, was I wrong about Black Ops 6? I mean, yeah, the answer's yeah. Yeah, I was. The game did not become what I wanted it to become. I didn't think it did what it was supposed to do. I have to be honest with you, I haven't played it consistently for a couple months now. And that's why you just haven't seen that much Black Ops 6 content on the channel. I wish I could cover it, but I just don't want to. And I'm excited to cover Black Ops 7. I'm always there for the new release. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to play. I'm still playing older Call of Duties. I play them all the time. I've been playing MW19. I've been playing Black Ops 3. I've been playing some Warzone here and there, casuals, you guys know. So my love of the franchise will probably never go away. I will always be playing at least some sort of Call of Duty. Just depends on the game. I don't think it's one of the worst Call of Duties of all time. I don't think it's the worst Call of Duty of all time. That's what I will say. I think there are ones that I stopped playing before or barely played at all. But it is definitely probably up there, unfortunately. That's my summary of this year. I hope you enjoyed this talking head video. I've been really enjoying it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you did. Turn on the noties. If you want to follow me on social media, it's Instagram, Tdawgsmitty, Twitter, Tdawgsmitty. I'm on Snapchat, Tdawgsmitty. I'm on all of them, Tdawgsmitty. And really, I appreciate all the support, man. Call of Duty's kind of in this lull period, but you guys are still watching the videos. You're still supporting. And I'm going to see about mixing in some other stuff here soon, whether it's zombies and other stuff like that. But I think this channel should remain Call of Duty for the most part. And reminder, Tdawg 2 is going to be I think the channel where I play other games. I try Cyberpunk, I try Rainbow Six, I try that stuff. And so if you want to subscribe to that, that's also in the description. But I plugged enough this video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next one.